Okay, so a lot of you have been wanting meal prep. So what I'm going to do today is some taco mince, which I'm using 5% fat steak mince, and they're 750 grams. Going to be adding in peppers. You can add in whatever vegetables you want, help fill it up, and also some taco seasoning. So basically what you're going to start off doing is putting the mince in the pan, getting it cooked, and then from there you add the seasoning in and your vegetables and mix it all together. And I'm going to be using microwavable rice, and you can just whack this into the hob, so you can have basically everything in the one pan. I have 2 bags here, but you can have everything into the one pan, and I'm going to show you how to create the meal and how to lay it out in servings as well. So basically just chopping up the mince, making sure it is all mixed up. Then you're going to let it cook for a couple of minutes until it's like halfway done. Then you can start adding in your seasoning. What I recommend is whenever you're using the 5% fat mince, there's not going to be a lot of water or oil from the mince, fat from the mince on the bottom. So I just recommend leaving it in because it's going to make for a nice flavour with the taco seasoning. And once I get this sorted, then we're going to move on to a wrap. So you can either make a wrap or a sandwich if you have no microwave available. And again, everything's going to be in on MyFitnessPal. There's going to be a screen recording of how to make the recipe and split it up, say into 4 meals or 3 meals, whatever it wants to be. And it means that you just have it in containers ready to go whenever you need it. So for some cold meal prep, you can either use a wrap or you can have a sandwich, normal sandwich. But for this one, I'm going to be using the wrap. So I'm going to be using the Hellmann's Lighter Than Light mayo. Simply put it on your scale, change it to grams, and I'm going to be using 10 grams for the wrap here. Roughly 10 grams. Well, 14 is a serving, so like per 15 grams is only 11 calories anyway. And then what you're going to want to do is bung it up with vegetables. So I'm going to be using lettuce. You can either get a packet of lettuce or just pick up a lettuce and chop it up. And the same with peppers. Just bought a couple of peppers, chop it up, fill it up with whatever you want. And I'm going to be using the Tesco's reduced fat mild slices, which are only 34 calories, which is pretty handy. And what I basically do is just turn it up so that it's mixed out evenly. Give this a wee stir. And I'm going to be using the honey roast ham slices. So pretty big slices. One slice is 27 calories. So I'm just going to be using 3. And then I'm going to be using the chicken. Chicken is in the fridge. I'm going to be using wafer thin chicken. 2 slices is only 19 calories, so I'm going to be using 4 slices here. And like I said, you can use some low calorie bread as well, which again it's not going to make a difference depending on your preference. You can have a wrap or else you can have bread, doesn't really matter. Two, three, and the last one. Four. And then all you simply do, get it wrapped up. Tuck it all in. It's quite a big wrap, so it can be tough to get it all added in. Fold it over, put it into some tin foil, and you're good to go. You can do that the same with the bread. Wrap it up in tin foil or put it in a wee container, and you're good to go. And that is roughly 300 calories. I'll work it out and I'll put it up here somewhere precisely, but I'm going to go back over to here. So once your mince is like half cooked, obviously you're going to keep cooking it here. Just going to add in my vegetables, which is just mixed peppers. And like for 80 grams, there's only 20 calories, so you can't track it. It's not really necessary if it's very, very low calories, but just be wary of some. Like 80 grams, not going to be that much. And then your taco seasoning, which I would track, which quarter of a pack here is 24 calories, so 30 grams in it. And again, everything will be shown in MyFitnessPal here after I get it sorted. Yeah, all you want to do from here, mix it all. This is obviously your rice. So I like the basmati rice, which half a pack is only 166 calories, which is really good. So add that in, and then I would add in some garlic sauce as well after it's been cooked. Just be wary of your garlic sauce because a lot of them can be quite high in calories, so just be wary of that. But just basically taco mince with some peppers, some basmati rice, and I'm going to get it all laid out here into the servings. Okay, so the great thing about doing it this way is after it's all cooked and you've put it all into MyFitnessPal, there's no weighing out that's needed because you've all your ingredients in, and it doesn't matter if one bowl has more in it than the other. As long as you're the one going to be eating it all, it's going to be the same amount of calories over the course of days. And the reason why I choose microwavable rice is simply because you can just whack half a packet into the container. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to split up 2 packets into 4 containers, which is roughly going to be 125 grams of rice in each. Drop the wee bit on the floor there. And what you can do after is just break it up. Doesn't really make a difference. So I'm going to break it up after I get this packet in. Because you're going to be microwaving it. If you're not microwaving it, then I would advise obviously cooking it first. So as you can see, it didn't have to weigh it out, but it's because I've scanned the packets and put the 2 packets into the recipe, and then you split the recipe up into 4 servings. So it doesn't have to be perfect because whenever you put it in the microwave, it's going to thaw out anyway. And then you simply get your taco mince and just scoop it in. Make an absolute mess here. This recipe is roughly 440 calories per tub. And like I said, you know, if you're the only one that's going to be eating this, then it doesn't matter if there's a wee bit extra in one and a wee bit less in the other, because the calories are going to work out the same over the course of the week. So it takes away a bit of that stress as well of, have I weighed it right, have I not? Everything's already done for you. And I'm going to be leaving the video with a wee screen recording of how to make the recipe. Just try and get it as even as possible. And there, as you can see, 4 meals done, so that could be lunch and dinner, or it could be lunch for 4 days. So if the day that you're making it, say you're making it on a Sunday and you have lunch on a Sunday, they'll be fine Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, and then you can repeat the process again on the Wednesday. Okay, so here is where you will create your recipe. So you go down to more and then into recipes, and down at the bottom, create recipe. So I'm going to name this taco mince, and then you can put in the servings, how much you want. So I've done 4 servings. Just be wary, if you do it 3 or 2 servings, it's going to be more calories. From here, you simply click add ingredients and scan in the barcode. So it's 750 grams of mince. So you simply change it to 1 gram, change the number of servings to 750. And you do this with them all. So next we're going to go into the basmati rice, and half a packet is 125 calories. I'm using 2 packets. So the number of servings is 4 because the serving size is 125. Next, add ingredient again. Scan down at the bottom. I'm going to scan my seasoning. So the pack of the seasoning was 30 grams. So I simply go in, change the number of servings to 1, or the 30, and the grams to 1. Add ingredient, and I'm going to add in my peppers. And once you do that, so 100 grams, I use 250 grams of peppers, and you simply just click the top right hand side and it creates the meal for you, and you can see calories 438 per serving. Okay, so here we have the wrap. Simply going to add it into your lunch. Scan the tortilla wrap, 173 calories. Next we're going to scan the mayo, which per serving 15 grams is only 11 calories, so pretty good. And then next we are going to do the ham. I'm just going to show you here, you know, 1 slice is 25 grams. We used 4 slices, so 100 grams, 109 calories. Again, pretty good. And 1 slice of the cheese is 20 grams, so 34 calories, which is really good. And I actually threw the packet out of the chicken, but I have it saved here. And 4 slices is 40 grams, because 2 slices is 19 calories. And there we go. So 40 grams is 38 calories. Simply the 3 wee dots on the bottom, save it as a meal. Chicken and ham wrap, 365 calories for the whole wrap. And it is a pretty dense food wrap. Plenty of nutritional value in it as well.